I did not want to go to the burning of Anne Askew. But as a senior barrister, I was ordered to represent Lincoln's Inn. It was touted as a great spectacle because the king was keen to show where heresy leads. So I stood at Smithfield amidst the babble and stink of a London crowd in summer. Anne Askew was small, in her 20s. She was carried to the stake on a chair, too weak to stand, they said, because she'd been tortured in the Tower. Now she was to die for denying that a piece of bread turns into the body of Christ at Mass. A soldier with a torch lit the kindling under her. There was a small mercy. A packet of gunpowder was tied around her neck so that when the flames reached it, the explosion would bring instant death. Powerful men looked on from a high wooden stage. Bishop Gardiner, the King's Secretary William Paget, and a man who would forever do me harm, my old enemy, the Privy Councillor, Sir Richard Rich. Anne Askew was no more. I walked home through the streets, sickened by what I'd seen.
Sir! Sir!
My trusted assistant, Jack Barrack.
Is it done? In all its horror? You all right?
It was cruel and disturbing. You know, some folk laughed as Anne Askew burned.
She could have recanted and saved herself.
She thought that would damn her. It was hellish, Jack. Tell me something good. There must be some good in this world.
There is.
Well, come on, spit it out.
Tamsin is expecting a baby.
Oh, that's wonderful. Congratulations, Jack.
Yeah, a little brother or sister for Georgie.
There is light after all. I am pleased for you.
Thank you. It's a good day, sir.
It was a melancholy evening. Readying myself for bed, I examined my lined face in the mirror. I was 44 with greying hair and a hunched back, and, as ever, alone. It was late when the young lawyer came to the door. He insisted he speak to me urgently.
I apologise for disturbing you, Sergeant Shardlake, but I fear the matter is most urgent.
Is it one of my cases?
No, sir. I come from Whitehall Palace, from Her Majesty the Queen. She begs you to see her.
The Queen begs?
Her message is delicate. She's in sore trouble and pleads your help. She asked me to come. She did not wish to put her request in writing.
And who, pray, are you?
My name is William Cecil. I serve in a junior way on Her Majesty's Learned Council. She needs to see you, sir. 9 tomorrow morning. Will you come?
I rode to Whitehall, my mind full of the Queen. I had known Catherine Parr a long time. In truth, my feelings for her had not diminished, even though I told myself it was ridiculous, foolish, a fantasy. The city was already busy, the shops open. I saw a sheet of paper pasted to a wall with a long list of books forbidden by the king. I still had some, and should be burning them. At the palace, the Queen's Lord Chancellor, her uncle, Lord Parr, was waiting for me.
So, you are the lawyer Shardlake my niece praises so highly.
He was broad-shouldered and carried a staff. A magnificent gold chain hung around his neck.
I know the great service you did her before she became queen. Does she still have your complete and unquestioning loyalty?
She does, my lord.
I warn you now. This is a secret and dangerous matter. You will learn things that are potentially fatal to know. Follow me to the Queen's apartments.
We had only taken a few paces along a narrow corridor when Lord Parr paused and raised a hand.
The King is dying, Shardlake. Everyone at court knows it, and so does he, although he will not admit it.
Dear God.
Who will have the rule when the time comes? The kites are circling. You should be aware of that. In here.
There were 2 people in this magnificent room, hung with tapestries. The Queen sat in a raised chair under a cloth of estate. The strain was writ upon her face. Standing beside her was Archbishop Thomas Cranmer.
Lord Parr, thank you. Sergeant Shardlake, it must be 3 years since we met.
And more, my Lord Archbishop.
Since the time you saved my life, Matthew. How have you fared?
Well enough, Your Majesty. The law keeps me busy.
We are against time here. Sergeant Shardlake, the Queen's life is in danger.
From whom?
It's all my fault. My vanity, my forwardness. Please, sit down.
Cranmer, Lord Parr and I sat, while the Queen told an increasingly frightening story about her overstepping the mark with the King and arguing too forcefully that a ban should be lifted on those of low rank reading the Bible. Bishop Gardiner heard about it.
Gardiner, that wolf, told the king that the Queen and her ladies were heretics, that they'd invited men to preach in the Queen's chambers who denied the bread and wine became the body and blood of Christ in the Mass, and who discussed forbidden books with them. Gardiner said such people would destroy royal rule.
The king is suspicious of Gardiner, but allowed him to search for evidence of heretical plots. Any books I or my ladies possessed, which Gardiner might twist as evidence against me, were removed by my uncle.
So Gardiner came away empty-handed. Even though the place-seekers on the Privy Council became his willing tools. Lord Chancellor Wriothesley and Sir Richard Rich.
Oh, Richard Rich would gladly see me burn.
But, Your Majesty, the crisis is surely over. No books were found, and the dreadful burning of Anne Askew will have brought matters to a close.
It has not. The King's secretary, Paget, the Duke of Norfolk and Bishop Gardiner are still smiling, still talking in corners.
The worst is, Matthew, I have given them another card to play, and placed myself and all I care for in jeopardy.
Your Majesty?
Last winter, it seemed the King was moving in the direction of reform. I had published my prayers and meditations that summer, and felt the time was safe for me to write another book. A declaration to the world of my beliefs. I knew it might be controversial, so I composed it in secret. A confession of my life, my sins and my salvation. It's called The Lamentation of a Sinner. In it, I speak in the most plain terms of my belief that salvation comes through faith and study of the Bible, not vain ceremonies. My Lord Archbishop has seen the Lamentation.
Indeed. I advised Her Majesty that on no account should the book be circulated. Its condemnation of dumb Roman ceremonies, the argument that prayer and the Bible are the only ways to salvation, those could be read by our enemies as Lutheran.
Where is this book now?
It has been stolen. If it finds its way to the King's hands, then I am dead. It is too radical for him, and that I should be its author and have kept it secret from him.
Disloyalty, the most dangerous thing of all.
How many copies are there?
Only one. It's in my own hand. 50 pages. I kept it secure in the strong chest in my bedchamber. I alone have the key, and I keep it round my neck, even when I sleep.
After you shared the book with the Lord Archbishop, did you return the manuscript directly to your chest?
Yes.
I said it should be destroyed.
I believe that such a work written by a Queen of England could bring people to right faith. I still believe it. Very well, I know I was wrong. Had it not been summer, had there been fires lit in the grate, I would have burned it. But I hesitated, and the days lengthened into weeks, and then 11 days ago I opened the chest and the book was gone. It was gone.
When had you last seen it?
I read it that afternoon, wondering if I could make changes to render it safe. When I came to bed, I went to take it out to guide my prayers.
Had the lock been tampered with?
No. I am paralyzed, Matthew. And there is worse.
Tell me, Your Majesty.
Now there is a murder. Uncle, Lord Parr.
At dusk last Saturday, a printer was murdered in his shop hard by St. Paul's. His name was Armistead Greening. His neighbour heard shouts and cries and went to investigate. He put his shoulder to the locked door at Greening's shop and caught a glimpse of two men running out a side door. There had been an attempt to set the print shop on fire. The neighbour stamped out the flames before crouching down at the body of the printer. His head was beaten in, and in his hand was this paper.
Lamentation of a sinner made by Queen Catherine, bewailing the ignorance of her blind life. And this is your writing, Your Majesty?
It's the opening of my book.
Whoever killed him snatched it out of his hands, but part of the top page tore away.
The neighbour, by God's mercy, is a good reformer. A fellow printer called Oakdean. He grasped the paper's import and brought it personally to the palace. This was not the first attempt on Greening's life. A few days earlier, his apprentice found two men trying to break in. He cried the alarm and they fled. We think it's possible they were different men from the killers.
Yes, our first thought was that Greening had the manuscript given to him for printing. But that makes no sense. A Catholic might print it to ruin the Queen, but no reformer.
Is there anything else in the document that could identify it as your work, Your Majesty?
Even a superficial reading would identify me. We have been waiting for something to happen, for the book to appear on the streets, but for 11 days there has been nothing save silence.
The inquest into Greening's death was held 2 days ago. It returned a verdict of murder by persons unknown.
Forgive me, Matthew, but my mind turned to you. Even now, I only ask if you will help me. I do not command. I will not.
I will help, of course. How would you have me proceed?
So far as Greening's murder is concerned, agents of my Lord Archbishop have spoken with his parents.
They know nothing of the book, but want the murderer found.
Shardlake, the parents have given you a power of attorney on their behalf. With the inquest over, a local constable, Fletcher, is in charge of investigations.
He's a plotter.
And we'll be glad if you take over the work from him. But say nothing about the book to anyone.
No, my lord.
And the other aspect is to discover who stole the manuscript from here. You will have to be sworn in as an assistant on the Queen's Learned Council. You will be given a new robe with the Queen's badge. Wear it when you are making inquiries within the palace, but wear your ordinary robe when you are investigating the Greening murder.
Very well, my lord.
In the palace we will put about a story that a valuable ring has been stolen from the Queen's coffer. You will have authority to question the servants in the Queen's household.
You require me to work on my own?
You may employ your man Barrack to help you. I understand he has been useful in the past, but he is not to know about the Queen or the Lamentation.
I am reminded constantly of Catherine Howard and Anne Boleyn, Matthew. I live in fear for my life.
I will do all I can.
Morning, sir. I felt the baby.
What do you mean, Jack?
Kicking inside Tamsin. I put my hand on her bump and got thumped. Alive and fighting already.
Like you in spirit. Is Tamsin well?
Aye, she is. What's troubling you, sir?
Nothing.
You have that look.
It's just the heat.
I know you remember. It's work.
I have a new piece of business.
That's good.
There could be danger in it.
I'll help.
No.
No?
I want you to look after things here while I'm out of the office for a few days.
But, sir...
You're a family man now. Your job's to be a father. I may need you later.
What's the business?
A printer called Greening murdered down by St. Paul's.
I thought you weren't doing jobs like that anymore.
It came through a third party. I felt a duty to take it on.
Who's the third party?
Don't question me so closely, Jack.
If it's dangerous for you, I want to know.
I can't tell you. There are some aspects to this I must keep confidential.
All right. But if you need me, sir, just shout.
The constable gave me details of what he knew, and handed me the key to Greening's one-storey wooden building on Paternoster Row. The single room had a bed and was dominated by a large printing press. There were half-burned papers on the floor and a bloodstain. Poor Greening, not yet 30, murdered by unknown assailants and now rotting in a common grave. I went out the side door where the constable said the two attackers had fled. There was a little patch of weedy ground and a low brick wall which I climbed and dropped down. The garden there was overgrown with high grass and brambles. There was a trail of flattened grass, as though people had run through it, and there my eye caught something. On a bramble bush I found a small piece of silk, embroidered with tiny loops and whorls of blackwork. It was best silk, by the look of it. Who'd go brambling in that?
Come in here, Sergeant Shardlake. It's quieter. Please, sit down. I am Geoffrey Oakdean. Lord Parr said he would send someone.
He is grateful to you for your diligence.
The moment I saw the title page, I knew it could be dangerous to Her Majesty.
Tell me something first, Master Oakdean. How did you gain admittance to Whitehall Palace?
There's a young apprentice on the street, a fiery radical. He told me of a servant I should approach, and I was led to Lord Parr himself. I was scared to find myself suddenly inside Whitehall, but I knew I must do what I can.
You have not spoken of the book to anyone?
By our Lord, sir, no.
And you will not speak of it to anyone?
I know, sir, how much discretion this matter demands.
Good. Tell me in your own words what happened that night.
There are thin walls between Master Greening's and mine. I heard him cry out and the sound of fighting. I put my shoulder to his door and it gave way at once. I caught a glimpse of the attackers. Strong, big men, clubs in hand. One was tall, near bald. The other had a big wart on his forehead. But there was a fire and I had to stamp it out. Poor Greening was on the floor. He was so badly done. Oh,
take your time.
His head stoved in.
Yeah.
I never want to see such a thing again.
I am sorry to make you relive this, Master Oakdean.
I saw the torn sheet of paper in his hand. The best quality on the market. I read it and knew this was more than murder.
Very well. Tell me what you know about Armistead Greening.
He came here 5 years ago. He said he was from the Chilterns and wanted to set up as a printer. His wife had died in childbirth and the baby too. He built the shed himself. He kept himself to himself truly, but I heard and saw things, especially recently.
Nothing you can tell me about him can harm him now.
It might harm his apprentice Elias if it reached the ears of Bishop Gardiner and his wolves.
I report to no one but Lord Parr and the Queen.
I think Greening was very radical. A known man. He would have visitors, all of them reformers, I believe. And they would have loud religious discussions. There were 3 regulars.
I know their names. James McKendrick, who worked at the docks, Andres van der Steen, a cloth merchant from Antwerp, and William Curdy, the candlemaker.
How do you know that, sir?
The constable told me. He also told me that Greening's shop was raided by Bishop Gardiner's men back in April, on the hunt for forbidden works. Do you know these 3 men?
Only to nod to in the street. They kept themselves to themselves.
You said they had loud religious discussions, arguments?
Yes. You could hear them through the walls. Over the sacrament and whether we are predestined to heaven or to hell. They seemed much agitated this summer.
Why was that?
There was a name, sir. They were all arguing, and I heard the Dutchman say an agent of the Antichrist was coming to England who could bring down the realm and turn religion to ashes.
Did you hear that name?
It sounded like Giorni Bertano.
Giorni Bertano?
Yes, sir. That was it.
Tell me, was Greening's business thriving?
No. I wondered how he made ends meet. Sometimes he had no work at all. I thought he might be involved in the trade of illegal books and pamphlets. I know a few years ago a huge pile of books was delivered to him.
What books?
I'm not sure. Works by Luther, perhaps, or Calvin. I saw them arrive. He asked me not to tell anyone. I haven't until now.
Was his apprentice Elias part of this radical group?
I think so. I heard his voice more than once.
And there were 2 attacks. Elias came upon a robbery several days before the murder.
He will tell you. He is unruly but truthful. I've taken him on as an apprentice.
Would you bring him to me? I would like to speak to him.
I am Elias.
He was a large, muscled boy of about 18.
Master Greening told me his parents were poor folk. How can they afford a lawyer like you?
Elias,
That is a brave question for an apprentice. I only want to find the truth of what happened. I understand you were at home on the night of the murder.
With my mother and sisters.
And I understand you thwarted an earlier attack at Master Greening's premises.
Yeah, 2 men. They were trying to get into the shed early one morning. They were picking the lock.
Did you get a good look at them?
Good enough.
don't be insolent. Just answer Sergeant Shardlake.
One was short and fat, the other was tall and thin with fair hair. Half an ear was missing. It looked like a slash from a sword.
Did they carry weapons?
Daggers at their wrists.
What were they wearing?
Old wadmole smocks.
Cheap garments, then?
Aye. But those are all most folk can afford, when rich land grabbers and idle nobles take everything else.
When was this attempted robbery?
Monday the 5th of July.
Are you sure of the date?
It's my mother's birthday.
What did you do when you saw the men?
What do you think? I shouted for help. Clubs! Some of the other lads came out, but the 2 men went over the garden wall and were gone. Master Greening was alarmed by it. They must be connected to the men who killed him. Aren't they?
What do you know of your master's friends? I have 3 names, McKendrick, Vandersteen and Curdy.
I've met them.
Well, that's all.
They are good, honest men.
McKendrick is a Scotch name.
The papists threw him out of Scotland for calling the soul of the Pope a stinking menstruous rag. As it is.
Stop that talk in my shop.
It's all right.
I won't have it.
I have heard another name. Gironi Battano. Did your master know him?
What?
Answer Sergeant Shardlake.
I see that you know the name Gironi Battano.
Why is this broke back here?
Elias!
You crawling crouchback papist!
Elias!
You're an agent of Bishop Gardner!
Look out, sir!
I stumbled backwards into the wall with the force of his blow to my face. And then he was on me, punching hard into my body.
Elias, stop it! Elias!
He landed many good blows before Oakdean managed to drag him away from me. The boy pushed him off and ran through the open door of the print shop. He was gone.
You're cut, sir. Are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine.
There's blood on your face.
It's all right. It was that name, Battano. It caused him terror.
I never saw him react like that before. He's run off. God's bones! I've lost an apprentice in the middle of a print run.
I am sorry about that, Master Oakdean, but...
But there are more important things.
No.
I have a living to make.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorrier. And sore afraid. I want no more involvement in this.
I will try not to trouble you again.
Aye. Trouble. That's what it is. If I see nothing, know nothing, say nothing, that's best.
A day that ended in death. A day that ended in sorrow. At Whitehall Palace, Lord Parr was detained with royal business, so I interviewed the Queen's young page, a lad of 16. He was one of 3 people who had access to the Queen's privy chamber when she was absent, and could have stolen the Lamentation.
No, sir. I swear, sir.
Garrett Linley was scared from the start, it seemed to me, of something more than my questioning.
I have never touched the chest in the Queen's bedchamber.
Have you never tried its lock? Or even been curious?
Never, sir. I am loyal to Her Majesty.
Listen, lad. I mean you no harm. You seem uneasy.
I'm telling the truth.
That's a northern cast of tongue you have. Where are you from?
Lancashire. My mother knew the present Queen's mother.
Ah, how was that?
She was once a maid-in-waiting in Catherine of Aragon's household.
And that's how you got this post?
Yes, sir.
Tell me, Garrett, are both your parents still alive?
Not my father, sir.
I'm sorry. How did he die?
He was imprisoned in the Tower after the Northern Rebellion. He died there.
Ah, now.
What, sir?
Your family history might make people wonder about your religious sympathies.
I am no papist.
No?
No, sir.
You're sure of that?
I keep telling people.
What people?
If they'd leave me alone.
If you've done nothing wrong, you'll suffer no harm. If you have, and confess to me, the Queen will be merciful. Just answer me, lad.
They want me to spy. They say the Queen supports the reformers.
Who is they, Garrett?
A man approached me when I came to the palace. He asked if I would observe the Queen and report to those who served what he called a true religion.
By that he meant the Church of Rome?
Yes. I refused, I swear.
Did you report this?
No, sir. He frightened me.
And that was the end of it?
No. He came to me again. He said that if I agreed to spy on the Queen, I would earn the gratitude of a very great personage of the realm who would reward me and advance my career at court. I said no.
What did he look like?
In his 20s, strong. He wore cheap clothes but spoke like a gentleman. Half of one ear was missing, like slashed in a fight.
Has he come back to you?
No, sir. I've never seen him again.
Walk with me, Sergeant Shardlake. I will show you the chest that contained the Lamentation.
Garrett Linley was afraid, Lord Parr. And that's why he didn't say before. He's just a lad. He's frightened and he wants to return to his family now.
I'll arrange it. He's done here.
At least we have something. The man with the slashed ear. Both the Queen's page and the printer's apprentice saw him.
Before the lout attacked you and disappeared.
We have that name, Gironi Battano.
It's not familiar to me. I will inquire at court.
I also found this scrap of silk at the back of the printer's.
It's expensive. Distinctive.
It was snagged on some bushes.
The Queen's embroiderer might be able to find out who made it. The chest is through here.
We entered a small room, and Lord Parr closed the door behind us.
Do you see anything?
No, my lord. No scratches on the metal nor the wood. It was either open with a key or by a skilled locksmith.
The lock is new. When the hunt for heretics started this spring, the Queen had the locks on all her cupboards and coffers replaced. She had the only key for this and wore it round her neck.
Who made this lock?
Queen's own coffer maker. He's well trusted. He's been the locksmith to successive queens for 12 years.
Still, I will question him.
And he works down at Baynard's Castle. What we really need is an expert on locks. Someone from outside the palace. Your man Barrack has experience in such matters, has he not? From when he did dark things for Lord Cromwell.
I would rather not involve him too deeply. He and his wife are expecting a baby.
The Queen's life is at stake, Shardlake. Just do as you are ordered.
Yes, my lord.
I will send the chest down to Baynard's Castle and he can look at it there. 11 days now since the Lamentation was stolen and not a word. Why? We'll get William Cecil to track down these 3 friends of the printer and then you can interrogate them. They must know something.
Yes, my lord.
Now, I have arranged for you to question the 2 others who had access to the Queen's privy chamber. Come.
The Queen's fool, Jane, was a little round-faced woman who led a fat white duck on a leash. She had little to tell me, apart from the fact that she'd taken Ducky, as she called it, into the Queen's quarters that night to show the Queen a new trick. But there was no one there. As they were leaving, Ducky had shat on the floor of the Queen's bedchamber. Jane Fool then announced that my crookback frightened her. I let her go and summoned Mary Odell, one of the Queen's chamberers who'd been on duty that night.
The Queen seems hard-stricken by the loss of such a small item, Master Shardlake.
She is, which is why I'm here. The night the ring was stolen, did you notice anything unusual?
There was a slightly unpleasant smell in the bedchamber, like ordure.
Well, I've got to the bottom of that, literally. Anything else?
Yes, but it's so small I hesitate to mention it.
Go on.
When I am on duty, I am always on the list of people to be admitted to the privy lodgings. That night, the guard on the door was a man who has often been there, Zachary Gorger. He stopped me and made a fuss about being unable to find my name on the list. I told him not to be foolish, but he insisted on checking the list twice before he found it and let me through. And he spoke to me in a loud, bullying tone, not fit for addressing a lady of my station.
Zachary Gorger, thank you. I shall discuss it with Lord Parr. We are finished for the moment.
There you are, sir. Your health.
Yours too, Jack.
How'd it go yesterday with the murder of the printer?
It went fine.
There's some bruise on your cheek.
It's nothing. My investigation goes on apace. I have something else I want to talk to you about. I'm doing some delicate work for the Queen's Chamberlain, Lord Parr.
I'd stay well out of that.
It's too late now. It concerns a stolen jewel, and your expertise might be of help.
No, not keen. The royal court is a dung heap.
Even so, you have something of a reputation there. I did not suggest your involvement. Lord Parr did.
Well, there's the thing. I am still regarded in certain quarters.
In truth, it's not a suggestion. It's an order. I am sorry. There is a chest at Whitehall Palace from which a valuable ring was stolen. Yet there is only one key, which the owner wore around her neck constantly, and there is no sign of forced entry.
Her neck? Is it the Queen? All right. And that's all you want of me? I look at it, see what I think?
Yes.
Tamison will kill me if she thinks I'm putting myself in peril again.
It's just this one thing, Jack. I will keep you from further involvement.
Cats have 9 lives. You must be on life 9 by now. I know I am.
I am bounden to help.
And all over a stolen jewel.
Yes, it is.
If you say so.
I didn't like lying to Barrack, but it was for the best. If he didn't know about the Lamentation, the safer he was. When I looked at myself in the mirror, I saw a tired face. I had an aching back and a sickness in my soul, still, at the sight of Anne Askew burning. I felt a deep sense of disquiet, of trouble looming. I was in a world of shifting ground. People were not who they said they were. So-called friends would turn out to be enemies. I knew that. But the Queen was in danger and needed me.
Sir, you have a visitor? The young lawyer gentleman who was here before.
Show him in. Master Cecil.
I'm sorry to disturb you, sir, but there has been a serious development. The apprentice, Elias.
You have found him?
What is left of him. His mother found him last night in the alley next to their house, beaten about the head and weltering in his own blood.
Yes.
There's more. He managed to say something to her just before he died.
What was that?
He said, "Killed for Anne Askew."
He was a good boy. He did not drink or oyster.
Elias lay face up on a straw bed in the tiny bedroom of the house in the shadow of St. Paul's Cathedral. He had been beaten to death, and his head was a bloody mess.
Tell Sergeant Shardlake what happened.
I'm sorry, good wife, but we need to know.
I heard his voice outside, shouting help. When I threw open the door, 2 men ran from the alleyway, past me and away. Elias died in my arms. I warned him, talking about religion with his master and their friends.
Did you get a good look at the men?
They were young and strong, dressed rough. One was near bald, He carried the club that did this. Oh, what am I to do, sirs?
Say nothing. Do not alert the coroner. If people ask, say Elias never came back from his work.
Lie? To the officials?
Absolutely. We have powerful friends. We can protect you from trouble. We will hunt down these barbaric killers. I will arrange to have Elias's body taken away.
Is my son to have no proper funeral?
It is safer that way for you and your daughters.
Elias's death will not go unpunished. I promise you that.
His wages kept all of us. What will happen to us now?
He was killed the same way as Greening. He was just a lad and full of young life.
Do you wish to pray with me?
No, I do not. I want something done for that poor woman. The Queen would wish it.
I will ask Lord Parr. Listen. Greening's friends, McKendrick, Curdy and Vandersteen, they have all vanished from their lodgings. Nobody knows where they've gone.
So, we have 2 dead, the printer and his apprentice, both linked to the Queen, and 3 missing radicals.
Lord Parr will arrange to have Elias buried out on the Lambeth marshes.
God save us. It's grim.
It's high politics, Sergeant Shardlake. There are always men who work in the dark.
The chest was in a small room at Baynard's castle. I watched as Barrack worked.
No hidden compartments. You'd need an axe to break into this coffer.
A new lock was fitted this year.
Have you got the key, sir? Thank you. Complicated teeth. Let's see how she goes.
Barrack inserted the key in the lock, opening and shutting the chest very carefully. Then he took a thin metal instrument from his purse and inserted it into the lock, twisting it to and fro, bending close to listen to the sounds it made.
Now, I'd swear this lock has only ever been opened with a key. If someone had tried to break in using an instrument like mine, they wouldn't have succeeded. The lock's strong. I'd expect marks and scratches.
The Queen kept the key round her neck, always. No one could make an impression in wax.
Well, there must be another key. Where's the locksmith?
Outside. Master Barwick, in here, please.
In your own time, eh?
He was a short, powerful, red-bearded man who didn't like the look of me.
Yes, I made this lock and fitted it to the chest back in the spring.
Is this the key?
Yes. Why?
And the other one?
What other one?
You made no copies.
On the Queen's instructions. Why do you ask?
Normally you would make a spare key in case the original was lost.
I did as I was ordered.
Did you know what was kept in the chest?
Am I accused of something?
No.
Aye. Well, I'm not used to being questioned like this by people like you.
People like what?
Barrack.
Watch your mouth before a fist lands in it.
Again. Did you know what was kept in the chest?
I was told jewels. I'm a man of honest reputation. Ask all who know me. A simple carpenter in his workshop.
Like our Lord Jesus himself.
That's all for now. But we'll be back.
He's not telling it all. I know it. He's watching us from the window.
We'll let him sweat a little.
I'll go back in and knock him about.
No, this is delicate. Just stare back at him while I talk to you. And nod knowingly.
Aye. He doesn't like that.
You're familiar with foreign names and nationals. Gironi Bertano. Is that Spanish?
Who's he?
That's what I want to know.
Could be Italian. One of the merchants here. What does he do?
It's just a name I keep coming across in my inquiries.
He's gone. Old Jesus, the lockmaker.
Come on, let's go. There's something I want you to do. It's vital and, again, secret. Here. It's a list of a dozen embroiderers in London. Lord Parr has compiled it. One of them made this. It's a design on very fine silk. It was made into a shirt or a jacket. Who made it and who bought it?
I have no authority.
You do now. Just show this letter.
Lord Parr's authority? Whew. I'll get to it, sir. I'll see you later.
I couldn't tell Barrack the whole truth. The less he knew, the less danger he'd be in. I had risen early and written it all down to have it clear in my mind. None of it was good. The Queen had written the Lamentation during the winter. In June, she'd shown the manuscript to Archbishop Cranmer in her privy chamber and argued with him when he said she should destroy it. On the 5th of July, there was an attempted robbery at Greening's premises, witnessed by Elias, now murdered, 2 roughly dressed men, one with half an ear missing. A page in the Queen's household had resisted efforts to have him spy on Her Majesty, also by a man with a slashed ear. Then, on the 6th, the Queen discovered the manuscript was missing, stolen while she was with the King, at some time between 6 and 10 that evening. Nobody would have known in advance that the King would call for her, which implied that someone had been waiting for their chance, with a duplicate key ready. There had to be a duplicate. There were 2 men dead, Greening and Elias, and 3 missing religious radical fanatics, all friends of Greening, and somehow the Queen's Lamentation had come into Greening's hands. But how?
You have no evidence that the locksmith Barwick is hiding something, Master Shardlake?
No, my lord, not yet. But I feel I will be going back to him.
Well, I have definite news. The guard on duty, Zachary Gogger, shouldn't have been outside the Queen's chamber the night the book was stolen. He took the place of one Michael Lehman, who has vanished.
How?
Well, when Lehman heard we were looking into what happened, he left the palace and said he was going into the city for the evening. He was carrying a large bag. He has not returned.
That's careless.
Oh, God's death, man, I didn't do it.
I didn't mean you, my lord.
We'll find him. You can question Gogger. He's in here. He's a sorry fool. He's been disciplined before for drunkenness and gambling. Come and find me when you're finished.
You don't need to cower against the wall, Gorga. You know why I'm here.
What's going to happen to me?
You'll know that once you tell me what happened from the start.
Michael Lehman approached me. I did not know him well. He was one of the radicals, always telling us to amend our souls. He said that palace soldiery was mired in sin, and that when his term here was done, he would go to new friends he had, godly friends.
Do you know who they were?
No, but they live somewhere around St. Paul's. I steer clear. It's dangerous talking about religion.
It is that. Go on.
I have had money troubles, sir. Playing cards. If I didn't find the money, there would be scandal and I would lose my post. I gambled everything on this throw and lost.
What exactly was this throw Lehman wanted you to make?
He was in the middle of a fortnight's evening duty. He told me he'd had a dalliance with one of the chamber servant women and had left a pair of monogram gloves in the Queen's Long Gallery. He'd taken a girl in there when there was no one else around.
And him such a man of God.
Aye. Lehman showed me a bag with 10 sovereigns, old ones, pure gold. He said they were mine if I took his place as guard outside the door to the privy lodgings while he fetched his gloves.
And this happened on the 6th of July?
Yes, sir.
How would Lehman know for sure when the Queen's lodgings were unoccupied?
Everything runs according to routine. That night, Lehman and I went back to the presence chamber and I took his position by the door while he slipped inside. I was only there a minute when Mistress Odell arrived. I tried to delay her.
She told me. And when she insisted on going in, you said very loudly that everything must be done properly.
Lehman must have hidden till she passed by him on her way through the chambers.
When he came out, was he carrying anything?
I didn't see, sir. What's going to happen to me?
For now, Lord Parr will have you close confined. Have you thought of what you did for money? What if Lehman had planned to murder the Queen, who you are sworn to protect? What then, Master Gambler?
I have no answer, sir. I'm sorry.
This theft has already caused so much trouble. At least 2 deaths.
Stay calm. We are working well.
I cannot stay calm. My life is at risk.
It grieves me, Your Majesty, to see you in such distress.
It frightens me.
Please don't shout. The guard may hear.
Lord Parr, what you said there, that the guard might hear.
Well, it's true. They all have ears.
What if it was a man who shouted?
In here? Who would dare shout at the Queen?
A man with a loud voice. The voice of a preacher trained to carry far. Someone like Archbishop Cranmer.
When we argued over the Lamentation, he was very afraid of what could happen if I let it become public. He did shout that if I tried to publish it, the king's anger might know no bounds.
Lehman may have been on duty outside that evening.
And heard it all.
All he'd need was a copy of the key. The maker of the chest will know. Barwick.
Ah, Sergeant Shardlake. What an absolute pleasure to have you visit again. Lord Parr.
Tell him, Sergeant Shardlake.
Tell me what, my lord?
We have news which will interest you. The thief, Michael Lehman, is discovered, and his confederate, Zachary Gorger.
Well?
He has told us all. It is best for you to speak the truth now.
Forgive me. I only made a copy of the key lest the original be lost. It's not a good thing for a chest containing valuables to have only one key.
Where did you keep this copy?
Safe. In a locked chest to which only I have the key.
And you have done this before?
Answer.
Yes, my lord, forgive me. I always make a second. For security only, I swear.
Then how did Lehman get hold of it?
Answer, Charles.
He came to see me in the uniform of the Queen's Guard. He told me the key had been lost. I thought he came on behalf of the Queen.
You are a lying caitiff.
My lord, you're hurting me.
You know a member of the Queen's Guard would have no authority to demand a key.
And you kept the very existence of copies a secret. The truth, Barwick.
I let it be known that I made extra copies of keys. Well, not officially, but if a key was lost, I could provide a replacement. Please, my lord, let go.
How long have you been doing this?
Since I first came here. Perhaps half a dozen times I have provided a spare key, but always to someone who is trusted.
Dear God, the Queen's household has been lax.
Yes, and Michael Lehman, I would wager, ferreted out where the weak points were. How much did he pay you?
10 sovereigns, sir. I was told he was godly, an honest man.
He was a thief, and you are mired in it.
Please, sir, show mercy. I have a wife and children.
Oh, you're going to hang, Barwick. Guards!
Well, my lord, we know who stole the Lamentation.
Oh, radicals. But we don't know what they're going to do with the damn manuscript and why they've gone quiet.
The original group has been attacked and blown apart. Maybe someone in their group was a spy.
Well, you could be right. Listen. You and I will go to the tower tomorrow.
Why?
That murdered boy Elias was in the group. He said he was dying for Anne Askew.
But...
Word was spread before Anne Askew's burning that she'd been illegally tortured there. That must have been reported by a radical inside the tower. We will find out.
My lord, forgive me, but the number who know that the Queen has suffered some sort of theft is growing. News could reach the king. I can't help wondering...
You wonder?
Well, whether the Queen might serve her interests best by going now and confessing to him. He will surely be more merciful than if the book is hawked round the streets and he finds out she kept it secret from him.
You are not qualified to advise Her Majesty on such a matter.
I merely...
You overstep the mark, sir. By God you do! It is not safe for the Queen to tell the King. You know nothing of the machinations at court, but you should know that the one thing this king will not tolerate is any suspicion of disloyalty.
I only thought to help, my lord.
Then keep your nose out of matters far above your station. And remember, Master Shardlake, that you answer to me alone. Be at the middle tower gate at 1 tomorrow. And wear your robe with the Queen's badge.
Hanging the locksmith, sir.
That's what I said, Barrack.
Goodbye to him. A liar and a spunk stain.
All right. What have you got for me?
The bit of silk shirt was sewn for a man called Charles Stice. The third embroiderer on the list told me. There's an address. I checked it. It's false.
Thank you.
One other thing. Something and nothing, but it might be of interest. The embroiderer said Stice was haughty, but for all his airs he had half an ear missing, like he lost it in a sword fight.
You have done well, as ever.
But you're not telling me more.
No. It's best you don't know. I'll deal with it.
You know what they say? Thunder circles around thrones. I worry for you, sir. I'll be at my desk if you want me.
Barrack was right. There was thunder. 2 murders, 3 radicals on the run, and the book that threatened the Queen's life, her Lamentation, still missing. And now the printer Oakdean brought trouble to my chambers.
Master Shardlake, I saw them.
Calm down. Get your breath.
I'm sorry, sir. He burst past me.
It's all right. Take your time, Master Oakdean.
It's them. At the sign of Bacchus near St. Paul's.
Who is?
The men who killed Armistead Greening. I have feared to see them since. I ran all the way here. You can arrest them, sir.
I can't. Not on my own.
I'll come, sir.
No, Jack.
We must go quick, Master Shardlake.
My knife's still sharp.
Jack. Master Oakdean is a witness to the murder I am investigating. These killers are dangerous.
I'm ready, sir.
It took us 10 minutes in the noonday sun to get to the sign of Bacchus. The 2 men, one fair-haired, one bald, were still sitting at a big round table in the window alcove.
Wait. They could be armed. You have your knife ready?
Yes.
Good. We go in slow and sure, sir.
We walked over. Their scabbarded swords lay on the benches beside them. The fair-haired man looked up.
What do you want, crookback? A cure?
We are making a citizen's arrest upon you for the murder of Armistead Greening.
Madmen.
That we are not.
What are you, then? Scratching clerks?
I am Matthew Shardlake, Sergeant at Law, charged by the victim's family with investigating the murder.
Be gone, Shardlake.
The fair-haired man slipped his hand towards his sword, but Barrack was quick. In an instant he had his knife pointed at the man's throat.
Don't move, churl, or I'll slit you. You best let us go. You have no idea who you're dealing with, hunchback.
You're under arrest.
I don't think so.
I'll take your sword.
It was quick. The bald man grabbed Barrack's arm and slammed it down on the table. Pulling a knife from his belt, he stabbed it straight into Barrack's left hand, pinning it to the wood. The fair-haired man sent pewter tankards flying everywhere and upturned everything as he got to his feet. I thrust my knife up to the hilt into the bald man's shoulder. He roared, but they barged their way out of the alcove, knocking me over, and fled, crashing into people as they ran. Barrack got his hand free and was trying to stem the blood.
Help me, sir. Tie the handkerchief tight, it'll stop the flow.
We need to get you to die.
Look what you've done to my head. The damage.
I'm a sergeant at law. My badge. I'm sorry.
Why, it's chaos.
Piss off.
What? It's all right. He's delirious. It was an arrest gone wrong. Here. A sovereign to cover your trouble.
Aye.
Are those men regulars?
They always sit there.
Do you know their names?
Aye. I do.
Here. Another sovereign.
Cardmaker and Daniels.
I took Barrack to my friend Guy, the apothecary, for treatment. Oakdean came with us part of the way, then told us he would have no more to do with what he called this damned business. He was afraid for his family, and was going home to protect them. I hurried to meet Lord Parr at the tower.
You're late, Master Shardlake.
I'm sorry, my lord.
I don't like to be kept waiting.
I just had an encounter with the men who killed Greening.
You Detained them?
No, they got away. Barrack was injured.
You all right?
He'll be fine. It's a hand wound. These men warned me. They said I didn't know who I was dealing with.
Well, that's no help. That could be anyone.
I have their names. Daniels and Cardmaker, and the piece of torn sleeve belongs to a man called Charles Stice.
I'll get Cecil onto it. So far, he's been unable to find the missing radicals or Lehman, but I have every confidence he will.
And this man, Battano, my lord?
His name is not known in the Italian merchant community. Again, William Cecil will look into it.
You have told him everything, my lord?
Oh, yes. The Queen approved it. She's taken to him very much. He's ambitious and will get on. Come, the tower is waiting. I want you to find out who was on guard duty when Anne Askew was tortured.
Lord Parr lied to the constable of the tower, Sir Edmund Walsingham, so we could gain access. He said I acted for his wife's family and had a case coming up involving a witness who claimed he was being questioned in the tower sometime between June the 20th and July the 5th, but that I did not believe this man was in the tower at all, and in fact was up to mischief elsewhere. It worked. While Lord Parr engaged Walsingham in idle gossip, I was led alone down that familiar, dreadful stone staircase to the dungeons below, to verify the ledgers. We came into a long vestibule lit by torches stinking with smoke. Under the level of the river, the floor was slick with green algae. The smells and the distant screams flung me back instantly to my own imprisonment and torture here.
This way, Master Lawyer.
There were dark, barred windows on the doors of the cells. Pitiful souls and broken bodies lay within. I thought of Anne Askew, alone and terrified in this place, accused of heresy. I willed myself out of those feelings of despair and sorrow to grasp the task in hand. On a table in this passageway there was a large open ledger with the records of prisoners when they came in and left, and the names of the guards on duty.
That's it. Be quick, I've got work to do.
I flicked through the pages, running my eyes over the entries for late June. There were always 2 officers present to sign a prisoner in, Howitson, who stood beside me, and whichever other guard was on duty. From the 28th of June, a signature more legible than the others began to appear during the afternoons. Thomas Mildmore. He was on duty when Anne Askew appeared in the record.
You done?
Yes, thank you. As I thought, he's not there.
Lying to a lawyer, eh? Who'd do that?
The door at the end of the passage opened suddenly and 2 men appeared. The older man was wearing an apron darkly stained with I knew not what, but I could guess. The young man was small, with blonde hair and a pointed beard. His eyes widened when he saw my lawyer's coif and robe.
Master Howitson, is there a problem with the book? No, Mildmore. The lawyer here was looking for a name. It's fine. Come, Master Lawyer, let's go.
I felt Mildmore's eyes on my back as we climbed the staircase to light and life and Lord Parr again.
I am always glad to leave the tower, Shardlake. There's many who don't get that privilege.
Yes, my lord. I know.
I will get William Cecil onto this, Mildmore. We shall find these radicals and end this game of hoodman blind. Good man for all your... Well, good man, Master Shardlake.
There we had it. We always had it. Good man for all your hunchback, bent back, crook back. No matter who I was and what I rose to, I would always be the lump on my back. It was a familiar stab of pain, and it settled miserably in my guts. I walked home slowly. I was utterly weary. It was still afternoon, but the shadows were beginning to lengthen. On the river, a fisherman in a boat cast a long net that turned the water silver as it splashed into the Thames, sending swans flying to the bank. I had put myself in danger again, and others with me. If I got through this, perhaps it was time to move out of London. In truth, I did not know whether or not Christ's body and blood were present in the Mass, and now did not much care. But to bring people to fear because of it was evil. I didn't sleep well and rose early to burn some newly banned religious books that might drag me into more danger. At Lincoln's Inn, I was surprised to find Barrack at his desk, hand bandaged tight.
Good morning, sir.
You shouldn't be here.
I had to play it down for Temessin's sake.
How's your hand?
Sore as hell. I'll survive. I told Temessin a pack of lies about a knife slipping here at work.
And she believed you?
She was full of sympathy, and that makes it worse.
I am more than sorry for what happened yesterday.
No, I should have been quicker. I'm out of practice. Do you know exactly what business you're dabbling in?
Sadly, it's becoming clear.
I saw Richard Rich sniffing about the Inns of Court this morning. As a darkness walks beside him.
Later in the afternoon, when I left my chambers, I noticed a young man, hood up, loitering in the street. I glanced his way once, and in a moment he was beside me.
Master Shardlake, sir?
Yes? Mildmore, isn't it?
Yes, sir. I saw you yesterday, in the Tower dungeons. I'm one of the jailers.
What do you want, Mildmore?
I would speak with you on a grave matter, in confidence.
What is it?
A certain manuscript? Friends have told me you are investigating the murder of the printer, Armistead Greening.
Go on.
They also said a man they trust, William Cecil, had been to see them, and it was safe to cooperate with you.
It is. I don't act for any foe of the reformed cause.
Is it believed, sir, there is a link between Greening's death and the Tower?
It may be that he had some connection with Anne Askew. Her name has come up.
I will trust you, sir. If the Tower authorities found out, they would come for me and show me no mercy.
Your hands are shaking.
He was key to my investigation, Mildmore, the guard from the Tower. Having approached me furtively in the street, he now sat before me in my chambers. He was frightened. I went to the outer office and asked Barrack to tell Lord Parr I had Mildmore in my chambers, and to send some men to ensure that he, at least, did not get away. I knew I had to go carefully with him, lead him gently to revelation.
I am safe, sir, with you?
You are. Take your time. Tell me.
I went to meetings at Greening's print shop. We were like-minded folk, treading the path to salvation. I have long doubted that our Lord's body is truly present in the Mass. Only those invited could come to the meetings.
Who was invited?
Master Greening, Elias, Curdy, McKendrick, the Scottish preacher, Vandersteen, the Dutchman, and Michael Lehman, that served the Queen at Whitehall.
Lehman was a member of your group.
Did you not know? What has happened to him?
He has disappeared.
I was never fully part of their group. They were wary of me, asking me questions about my beliefs, always glancing at each other when I answered, as though they were testing me. They said the forbidding of the Bible to poor folk was akin to plucking God's word from the people, and thanked the Lord that the valiant John Bale and others were having works on the gospel printed and sent from the continent, though they said Bale had no understanding of the need for the ruling powers to be thrown down.
They used those words?
Yes, sir, and said the king's royal blood mattered not a jot. So I left. I was glad. I felt them more and more as a weight on me.
They were leading you into dangerous waters?
They were not easy people. Are they dead, sir?
I think not. But I need to find them. Not to harm them, but to perhaps prevent them from doing something foolish.
They were not men of violence. They renounced it as wrong, though they often spoke hotly. Elias said all rich men should be cast down and made to labour in the fields.
People fierce in their righteousness.
The Dutchman Van der Steen was the worst. He was the one who spoke most often of John Bale.
And this whole group has disappeared now. Why do you think that is?
Because of the book.
The book that Michael Lehman took?
Lehman? No. It was I who smuggled the book from the tower and gave it to Greening.
I don't follow.
Anne Askew's account of her examinations and torture. Her book. I thought that's why you came to the tower?
You are right. It was. I must have been misinformed about who gave it to Greening.
When she was brought in, she had a dirty sack over her head, so her face could not be seen. She was breathing hard, poor woman. She was frightened.
Mildmore knew Anne Askew had been condemned to burn. And he knew the law forbade torturing someone after sentence. Yet he saw her imprisoned in a cell close to the room where the rack is kept. And it was there he saw her visited by Lord Chancellor Wriothesley and Sir Richard Rich. Mildmore brought food to the broken Anne Askew, who told him Rich and Wriothesley wanted her to bring down the Queen and all her ladies by saying they were heretics who denied the Mass. Anne Askew told Mildmore she had never met any of them, and she asked him if he would smuggle out an account of her treatment and torture since her arrest. He took the manuscript to Greening at his print shop, who said he would send it to John Bale on the continent. 500 copies would be made and smuggled back into England in months. Greening said it would make a mighty uproar.
Sir, it's me.
What is this?
Come in.
I brought the men you asked, sir.
I'm betrayed.
You are not.
I trusted you.
You will be protected now. Handle him gently.
Yes, sir.
Let me go. Please. Please.
There are 2 books, Matthew.
Yes, Your Majesty. Yours and Anne Askew's.
Both of which are missing. Both of which could have grave consequences.
But why is the Lamentation kept hidden?
Well, one of the missing radicals might have it.
There may have been a quarrel over strategy, Lord Parr.
It's all mites and mays. We don't know. And that's the truth. Ah, William Cecil. I asked him to report.
Your Majesty, Lord Parr, Sergeant Shardlake.
You have news?
I'm sorry, my lord, no. But I have done as you asked. I've arranged discreetly at the Customs House for outgoing cargoes to be searched at the docks, should there be an attempt to smuggle either book out.
You think both books could be together?
It's possible. One thing has struck me. Could someone powerful, say Wriothesley or Rich, have an agent inside the missing group? How else could anyone outside have come to know that Greening had the Lamentation?
But if there was a spy, surely they would take the Lamentation straight to the king.
All this strife. It begins with my vanity. All these deaths.
We will prevail.
We have 2 crucial leads which have not been followed to the end. Stice, who does he work for and where is he? And this name that remains a mystery, Gironi Bertano. Lord Parr is right. We will prevail.
Thank you, Matthew. My life depends on it.
As William Cecil and I walked through the palace corridors, we saw the King's Master Secretary Paget bustle towards the Queen's chambers.
I wonder what he wants. With the King so physically weak, he puts more of the work in Paget's hands. But Paget is careful. He doesn't overstep himself.
He learned well from Cromwell.
Whichever way the wind blows, Paget will only follow the King's wishes. If he has any principles, they are well hidden. Good day, Sergeant Shardlake. We will be in touch.
I watched him walk away down the corridor with his quick, confident steps. It was his smile, fleeting, vain, that made me think one day he would make a politician. Already his foot was on the first rung of the ladder.
Don't! Keep me steady! Heave!
There was a discreet door halfway along the corridor, and the noise and shouts came suddenly from behind it. I opened it carefully and stepped inside. It was a sight I will never forget. The area was lit with torches. In one corner, 4 men in the dark uniform of the King's gentlemen pensioners were straining to turn the handles of a large winch, hauling something up the stairwell from the ground floor.
And heave! Careful, you clumsy fools! Ah! Oh. Heave!
An immense figure rose into view, seated on a heavy wheeled chair and secured by a leather belt round his huge waist. A near bald head, a vast red face, and folds of thin bearded flesh wobbling above the collar of a caftan. The king, a once famous athlete, and now this, unable to climb a flight of stairs.
Heave! Ho! Oi!
One of the men saw me, and before the king could, I slipped quickly back through the door and away. I shuddered at my escape. If the king had seen me, he would have recognized me, and he loathed me for my past and my back.
No, sir, I haven't seen Nicholas. He was complaining of a sore chest yesterday.
One of the young lads working in my chambers, Nicholas Overton, was absent. It was unusual and it concerned me. I had a job for him to do.
I'll go to his place later and check he's all right.
It was a Saturday. I sank deep into my work, reviewing some cases that needed my attention. It got cooler, the sun fading, and hours passed.
Sir, there's no sign of Nicholas at his lodgings. When I came in just now, this paper was under the door. It's addressed to you.
Oh.
What is it?
Here. Read it.
We have the boy Overton. If you wish to see him again, come to the house with green shutters, 2 doors down from the sign of the flag in Needlepin Lane, alone at 9. They're threatening to cut his throat. You need to tell me what's going on.
I can't.
A pox on that.
I'm sworn to secrecy.
I'm coming with you. So I need to know all of it now. Sir.
Are you happy now?
I wouldn't say that, but it's good that I know.
I've broken my oath in telling you, and I've exposed you to dangerous secrets.
You're in danger, now I'm in danger. It's not new.
When we get to this house, hide nearby while I go in. If I don't come out in 10 minutes, get the lawyer William Cecil. There is no danger to you in that.
Here. This is it. Needlepin Lane. Wait here, and I'll bribe the curfew constable.
I looked down the lane, full of cheap lodging houses. I saw Barrack press the hand of the constable, and then he returned.
I told him we're on official business.
I'll wait for the curfew's 9 bells.
Nicholas might not even be in the house. These people want only to find out what you know, sir. You could die in there.
I know that.
You risk everything for the Queen.
She is in danger. The King is dying.
So they say.
He is, Barrack. I've seen him. I don't know how he can last more than a few months.
And then?
If the reformers are on the rise, the Queen may be one of those who governs for the child Prince Edward. But that book, in the wrong hands, could kill her.
It's 9. Let this be the last time you get involved.
10 minutes.
Good luck.
I walked down the lane to the house with the green shutters. A short, heavy-set man, dagger at his waist, stepped aside and ushered me into a candle-lit room with rushes on the floor. There were stairs in one corner. Nicholas sat on a stool. his hands bound behind him and a gag in his mouth, on which there was crusted blood. Behind him stood another young man, tall in gentlemanly clothing. Half of his left ear was missing. He held a sword to Nicholas's throat.
No one else?
No, Master Stice. And he's watching above.
We didn't think you'd come, Shardlake, but our master knows you. He says you have courage and loyalty both.
I came as you asked, Stice. It's me you want, so release the boy.
You can have him. Here.
God, bones, you could untie him.
There.
I am sorry, Nicholas, that you've been brought to this danger. You are safe now.
Not yet, Shardlake. There's someone wants to talk to you.
I do. We have much to discuss.
Down into the room, dressed in a sober black robe and cap, came my enemy, His Majesty's Privy Councillor, Sir Richard Rich.
Shardlake, I think we can be of use to each other.
The man who had never failed to do me harm, Sir Richard Rich, started to walk me upstairs. We passed Barrack, his dagger gone from his belt, being shoved into the house by the constable.
Ah, Barrack. You should pay better bribes. Keep an eye on them, Stice.
The upstairs room was sparsely furnished. A solitary desk with a sconce of lit candles and a couple of chairs. Rich waved his arm and we sat down. I knew I could not give anything away about the Queen's lamentation.
You are working for the Queen again.
I am looking for a stolen jewel.
But you have begun inquiries into the murder of Armistead Greening, the printer.
On behalf of his parents.
Don't take me for a fool, Shardlake. You are acting for the Queen on this. I am looking for a book, an important one. And perhaps to Her Majesty.
A book by Anne Askew about her time in the Tower.
Good. We have it out in the open. Yes, the lies and ravings of that wretched woman.
Was it because of that book that your men attempted to break into Greening's premises before he was murdered?
I will be honest with you. Yes, those two were trying to retrieve Askew's writings. But they were disturbed. Shortly after, someone else killed Greening.
I see.
Just before her burning, Anne Askew bragged to me that she had written a scurrilous account of her time in the Tower, accusing me and Wriothesley of torturing her. She said she'd smuggled it out. It's all lies.
Is that so?
Yes, it is so. But in these days of heretic propaganda, lies become truth. The Queen must be concerned too. Perhaps Anne Askew wrote about her own connections with Her Majesty. But the Queen matters nothing to me now.
You think only to save your own position.
As anyone does.
Perhaps even your skin.
The Queen does too, I am sure. And as you are still involved, my guess is that there are things in Askew's lies that could endanger her.
What do you want from me?
I have reached a dead end trying to find these missing radicals. I have a spy at the docks, and from what he tells me, others are there too, watching for someone trying to get books out. Those people, I suspect, are working for the Queen. You do not answer. I have limited resources. I suggest that the Queen and I work together to recover Askew's book. There have been stranger alliances these last 15 years.
The last time I made a bargain with you, you tried to kill me.
Oh, I would like you dead. Be clear about that. But larger matters are involved here. I offer you limited cooperation for a limited end, and you have the Queen's direct protection, of course.
I will need a little time to consider.
You need time to consult the Queen's people, I understand.
You realise Anne Askew's book may already have been smuggled out of the country to be printed abroad.
I think not.
You know of John Bale residing in exile in Antwerp.
By reputation.
The main publisher of heretical books in English. He is a likely destination for this trash, do you agree?
I do.
John Bale has been watched for some time by agents of the king. Secretary Paget is in charge of that. We know that Bale is expecting a consignment. If we find Anne Askew's book, Shardlake, I want it agreed that it be destroyed unread.
Agreed. You have not done well these last few years, have you, Sir Richard? Those allegations of corruption when you were in charge of finance, and your total failure in trying to help bring down the Queen.
The Queen may have ridden one storm, Shardlake, but things change. Remember that carefully when you speak to me. Reply to me by tomorrow, and get out.
I left Barrack to take Nicholas back to his lodgings and hurried to Whitehall Palace. It was after midnight when I met Lord Parr and the Queen.
Sir Richard Rich knows nothing of the Lamentation.
No, Your Majesty. But he believes there is something in Anne Askew's writings which would compromise you as well as him. My Lord Parr?
We should work with him, or at least pretend to. More pairs of eyes at the docks would be useful. I will speak with William Cecil. He can organise it.
And I would speak with you, Matthew.
Yes, Your Majesty.
It's my favourite place in the palace, this gallery. It's private, and I can walk undisturbed.
It was beautiful. Perhaps 200 feet long, candle-lit, with a view of the river from the long glass windows on one side. There were alcoves filled with treasures, boxes of gold coins and stones and minerals in many colours. The Queen and I walked, with a lady-in-waiting following discreetly behind.
Why are you doing this for me? It puts you in great danger. Are you doing it because it is I who asked?
For you, and the loyalty I owe you, and because I hope that if your side wins, people may be allowed some liberty of conscience and belief, that apprentices and young gentlewomen and aged clerics will not be burned alive at the stake for their private beliefs, while men like Rich look on.
You mean when my husband is dead?
The people are sore afraid, Your Majesty. Afraid that any belief they hold may be approved 1 month, but the next may send them to the stake. It drives them to a careful, fearful orthodoxy, which, whatever it is not faith. All fear the prison and the fire.
I fear it too. Sometimes, I confess, I am so convulsed with terror, I have scarce been able to rise from my bed, let alone converse and behave as the Queen must. But rise I do, and face it I must.
I cannot promise to undertake a quest for faith, Your Majesty, but I will do all I can to recover your lamentation. It is my duty to you.
Thank you, Matthew.
Shardlake, come in, quick. No one saw you arrive?
I was careful. Those I work for agree to our collaborating.
Good. Between us, we have the docks and the customs house covered.
Sir Richard said that John Bale in Antwerp is expecting a consignment for printing. I hope we are in time.
Amen to that.
One important condition, Master Stice. If either party has word of the cargo, they warn the other at once.
Of course. You understand there may be violence.
I do. I will have Barrack and William Cecil.
I will have 3 on hand. Is there something wrong?
No.
You look at my ear, I assume, in the way that people look at your back.
I wasn't...
I'm not ashamed of it. I came by it in an honest duel. It's like your lawyer's badge. In my line of business, it shows people I'm not to be treated lightly.
Good. We will let each other know if we have news of any developments. You can contact me at my house in Chancery Lane or at my chambers.
I know them both.
Later, I watched the Queen and King in such slow public procession. The King was dressed in a long cream satin robe with padded shoulders. It hid his body well. I caught only a glimpse of the Queen, a flash of her brightly coloured dress. When she'd spoken to me intimately of her fears and sorrow, I would have liked to have reached out and touched her, to comfort her. As the King turned to smile at the crowds, I thought I saw his eyes rest on me, just for a moment, but it was enough. I disappeared into the crowd and returned to my chambers.
What's your feet, Crookback?
Begone, bent bones!
Come in. Ah, Stace.
Some birds may be set to fly into our trap.
The missing radicals?
4 of them, at least. A vessel's arrived from Antwerp with a cargo of silk. She has a Dutch crew, and they are loading up a cargo of wool to take back tomorrow. They're spending the night moored at Summers Quay Wharf.
What gave you suspicion it's them?
My man at the customs house said 4 men presented themselves this morning, claiming they had business in Antwerp and had passage booked on that ship. The 4 answered the descriptions of Van der Steen, McKendrick, Curdy and Lehman, though these are not the names they gave.
When do they board?
We've delayed them. They've been told it will take some hours to process their papers, and they can't board until 10 this evening. There'll be no moon. In the dark, it'll be easier to take them.
What about the customs people at the wharf?
They've been warned to keep out of it. That this is private business of Sir Richard. Meet us at Needlepin Lane. We'll go from there.
From the lane we walked quickly to the wharf. Stice with his henchman Gower and 2 others. William Cecil joined Barrack and me. We all wore dark clothes.
Wharf watch! Halt! Who goes there?
The business of Sir Richard Rich, Privy Councillor. There, the gold seal.
Thank you, sir. Pass on.
At the waterfront, I could make out a long line of ships. It was moonless, quiet.
In here.
One by one, we slipped behind a line of wine-smelling barrels and crouched there in the dark. Through the narrow gaps, I could see the ship, the Antwerpen.
What's the matter, Shardlake?
I thought I heard something.
I heard it too, sir. We may have been followed.
Keep your eyes open.
Aye. This lot needs watched close as our enemy. Shh! Piss off, Stice. I'll tell you when to shh.
After we rush them, we will take them back to Needlepin Lane.
And any writings we find on them we destroy immediately.
Agreed.
Jack, you know you can walk away now.
I'd rather eat turd pie.
There are enough men here. You have your family to think of.
You have no one you can trust. None of these people in this game cares what happens to you.
The Queen does.
She's not here. Her first loyalties are to her family and to the King for all that she fears him. No, I am with you, sir. Besides, I like my job.
Shh. Listen. They're coming.
You all right, sir? Knife in hand?
Yes, Jack. I'm ready.
The 4 radicals walked from the dark towards the vessel Antwerpen, which was moored at the wharf. Stice raised his arm.
Weapons ready. Wait till I say. Go!
We emerged from our hiding place and surrounded them.
Stop right there. We're armed.
You are under arrest for the attempted export of seditious literature.
You're outnumbered. It's 7 against 4.
Stop!
Death came so quick. One of our number was down, stabbed by the rangy, fair-haired man I imagined was Van der Steen.
Head them off!
And knives. On their side, striking out for their lives, McKendrick, Curdy, Van der Steen. and the tall, well-built man I took to be the Queen's guard, Lehman. On ours, in the melee, Barrack and Stice were fiercest.
I've got him, look out!
The fat Kurdi took a savage blow from Stice. It sliced into his neck, the blood spraying me, and he thumped down on the cobbles of the wharf. Beside him lay a bag, which had fallen in the swordplay.
Grab it, sir!
I scooped it up, only to see Lehman coming at me. I stuck my dagger in his shoulder, his face registered shock and pain, before Barrack dealt him a mighty blow on the back of the head, and he collapsed in front of me.
Stop him!
Another body fell. Another cry. Van der Steen jumped onto the Antwerpen and slashed at the ropes securing the vessel to the wharf. It moved slowly away and was caught in the current.
Stop him!
Stice ran along the wharf, swearing at Van der Steen, who stared at him solemn-faced from his stance at the stern of the Antwerpen.
Damn him! Is that book in the bag, Shardlake?
It's empty.
God's eyes. They've done us.
Despair hit me. All this and no lamentation. There were 3 prone bodies on the wharf. A Dutch sailor, Kurdi, and a little distance away the guard, Lehman, lying on his front beside the barrels.
These 2 are dead.
And Lehman's dead.
The Scotsman got away. Pox on them!
You're cut about the head, Stice.
It'll fix. You weren't much help, Shardlake. Nor you, Cecil.
Piss off, half-ear.
I'll report back to Sir Richard. Do something useful. Dump these bodies in the water. The less people know of this, the better.
Sergeant Shardlake?
What, Master Cecil?
I would go too, and report to Lord Parr. I feel a little shaky.
Yes, go.
Let's do it, sir.
Now, Lehman.
He's alive, sir.
You said he was dead.
I wanted Stice to believe that. Yeah, he's still breathing.
We'll take him to my house. We can question him there.
Come on, sir. Lift.
Lay him down here.
He'll be fine. Wake up. Wake up, Lehman. The dawn birds are singing, damn them. Wake up, traitor.
Traitor. Come on, Lehman. Time is pressing.
Is this prison?
No, you're not under arrest yet. I am Matthew Shardlake, a lawyer. It would be better for you to talk to me first, before others come for you. If you help me, we may be able to help you.
You stopped us. You are agents of Battano. Emissary of the Antichrist.
We are agents of no one, dog-arse.
Jack, quiet. Sit up, Lehman. Look at me. I do not know this Battano. Who is he? By the Antichrist. You mean the Pope?
The beast of Rome.
Well, nobody here is a friend of the Pope, I assure you.
Who do you work for?
This, you know well, is the Queen's seal. I work privately for Her Majesty. I'm trying to find out what happened to a certain book.
Lawyer or lackey, you steal bread from the mouths of the poor.
Tonight we were looking for a manuscript, which we believe you and your friends were trying to smuggle abroad. I also seek the murderers of the printer Armistead Greening.
Who is safe now? In heaven.
I know of your involvement in the theft from the Queen. Where is the book now?
Greening had it. Whoever killed him took it.
And who was that?
I don't know.
I don't believe you.
Here. Let's see if your knowledge increases with a simple twist of the bollocks.
You're hurting me!
Yeah, that's the point, footlick. Who killed him?
I don't know. I swear.
Just say and it's over.
Enough, Barrett.
You work in vain. The danger to the Queen is not ended if the book is recovered.
It would save her life.
The Queen is doomed.
And why do you say that?
A Dutchman told us. The King is about to receive the secret emissary, Bassano, from Rome. The King's going to return to papal servitude. So many would fall then, the Queen among them.
Whether that is true or not, you broke your oath to guard and protect her.
Her fate is sealed. She is no more than the refuge of mankind.
Oh! Barrack!
I know that I will soon be killed. My only true allegiance is to our Lord Jesus Christ.
I repeat, if you can help guide us to the Queen's book, I may be able to help you.
You have seen Whitehall, lawyer. You work there. No man is safe. You cannot help me.
You don't know where the book is?
No.
And you don't know there was a spy in your group? Someone has the Queen's book in their possession and is ready to give it to the King.
Nothing you say now matters. I will be with my Lord Jesus Christ. Glory in heaven.
Oh! Barrack, over here a moment.
I'll squeeze more from him.
No, he's a fanatic, not a spy.
The Scotchman McKendrick is the only one out there on the street. If it's him, he'll have run to his master at court by now.
I want you to hunt for him.
Yes, sir.
But first, come on. Let's get this one to Whitehall Palace.
Right, you. Up.
It was dark when we stepped outside. Lehman tugged at me, and we hesitated.
Wait. I need to prepare. They will torture me first.
I will plead for your sorry life.
Get down, sir!
Lehman died with Barrack and I on either side of him. He lost half his head with the impact of the shot. Barrack rolled on top of me.
Stay down. I'm covering you. He's reloading. Don't move.
The second shot smacked the wall above us, and then the sound of feet running away.
Are you all right?
Walk with me, Shardlake. The gardens don't have ears.
Yes, my Lord Pa.
I do not blame you, but I would have liked to question the pestilent scum myself.
Have you told Her Majesty?
Yes, and in truth she wept. She is much afraid with this news of Bertano and her book unfound.
I look around this palace, my lord, and it could be anyone walking in the grounds, but who in court would have the motive and money to do it?
Paget, of course, as Master Secretary, but not for his own purposes. If he had placed a spy with the radicals, that would have been in an official capacity, and as soon as they'd taken the Queen's book, or Askew's, Paget would have had to arrest everyone in the group and report to the King.
Sir Richard Rich, then. He knows more than he admits, and by his actions he is implicated.
Yes. Whether he knows of the Queen's book or not, it's the sort of business he is good at. He must be sweating long, dreading Anne Askew's words appearing in print in London.
Barrack hunted the streets for McKendrick and asked questions in all the dark places. There were whispers that members of the King's Own Guard had been posted outside a house near the Charing Cross, which was kept for diplomatic visitors. It was an ominous sign. I had a feeling in my gut that it tied in with the Pope's emissary, Bertano. Meanwhile, great preparations were being made for the visit to London of the French Admiral Danbo. All the King's ships were coming to the Thames to form a line from Gravesend to Deptford.
Sir. Barrack. I found McKendrick. Come quick.
Where is he?
St Bartholomew's Hospital. He's been stabbed. He's raving. He may not live the night.
But who attacked him?
He fell from an alley into a crowd of apprentices outside a tavern in Cripplegate. There were 2 men after him. They turned tail when they saw the crowd.
I saw you crouch back at the wharf.
McKendrick lay on a truckle bed in a side ward with a thin blanket covering him.
What do you want?
I would punish those who attacked you. They are wicked men.
Was it them killed Master Greening?
I believe so. And his apprentice, Elias.
Elias? We thought Elias could be a traitor.
No, it was not him. Is it you?
I am a true soul, hunchback.
So, it was William Curdy, then?
It was. Satan got him. William Curdy betrayed us.
It was an end now. There was no way forward. The one person who could lead us to the Lamentation, William Curdy, was dead. I left McKendrick slipping into unconsciousness. He died later that night. In the morning I was summoned to Whitehall Palace. Lord Parr had news.
We know about Bertano.
You do, my lord?
A week ago, His Majesty had a meeting with a visitor brought to his quarters. Bertano. It did not go well. His Majesty has since told the Queen, someone wants the powers granted me by God and dares send to ask for them. The King said, I have sent back such answer as he deserves. So he's rejected the Pope's emissary. The mission is a failure.
But there remains the missing Lamentation.
And there is nothing more to be done about it, except hope that whoever stole it realizes they have squandered their chance, that the Catholic cause is lost, and that they dispose of it. The King will not turn his policy again.
I am sorry I didn't manage to recover it, my lord.
Well, you did your best.
Master Matthew Shardlake!
They came for me at dawn, as these people often do. There was a constable, and by his side 2 men with clubs.
Matthew Shardlake, I am ordered by the Privy Council to arrest you in a charge of heresy. You are to be lodged in the Tower until your appearance before them tomorrow. I am also ordered to search your house for forbidden books.
We entered the Tower by the main gate. The ground seemed to sway under my feet as they led me across the inner courtyard. I was taken downstairs along stone-flagged corridors to the dark underground chambers. They shoved me in a damp, stinking cell. I realized it was the one which had held Anne Askew. I woke several times in the night, tormented by fleas and lice. I worried, too, what the morning would bring. I knew my life could end.
Matthew Shardlake, you are charged with heresy, denial of the real presence of the body and blood of Christ in the Mass, under the Act of 1539.
They sat in a long, sombre row behind a table covered with green velvet. 6 members of the Privy Council, the supreme body answerable to the King for the administration of the realm, all powerful in the land, all in the finest robes, gold chains and jewelled caps. Among them Sir Richard Rich, and at their centre Sir William Paget, the Queen's Secretary of State, his square face pale above his long dark beard.
What do you say?
I am no heretic.
I understand you were recently sworn to the Queen's Learned Council.
I was, temporarily, to investigate the theft of a most precious ring from the Queen's chambers.
Have you found it?
I have not, so I have resigned my position.
There have been several sudden vacancies in the Queen's household. 2 senior guards, a locksmith, and Master Cecil, who now serves the Earl of Hertford. It's most mysterious.
If I may intervene.
Sir Richard...
These domestic matters are no part of the accusations. Master Shardlake has advised the Queen on legal matters for several years.
I realised with relief that Rich's own involvement in my investigations meant it was in his interests to help me. But someone had dragged me here to see me condemned.
Have you possessed books forbidden under the King's proclamation?
I have.
Yet you did not hand any in. You were seen burning books in your garden.
I destroyed them before the amnesty expired.
Burning books rather than handing them in surely indicates reluctance to draw your opinions to the attention of the authorities.
With respect, that is pure supposition.
And not truly reliable as evidence.
If I needed a lesson in law, Sir Richard, I would ask. Bring in Mistress Slanning.
Isabel Slanning was brought to stand before this court of powerful men. I remembered her. I represented her in a dispute over a will some time back. She was a strange, small woman, prone to angry outbursts at the least provocation. She didn't look at me.
You say, Mr. Slanning, you heard Sergeant Shardlake in conversation deny the real presence in the Mass.
I did.
That is a lie.
Silence, Shardlake. Mr. Slanning.
He said it.
The what? Mr. Slanning?
Oh, you said it.
No, you said the H. Would you tell the Privy Council what H stands for?
Shardlake.
We should hear her out.
What does H stand for, Mistress
You
Slanning?
would deny the presence.
You know this. How?
I can see and I can sense.
What can you see and sense? Please tell me. Tell us all.
I won't explain to you, crookback.
Why not?
God smite your misshapen form, hunchback heretic.
So you know by looking at me that I'm a heretic. God help you, Mistress Slanning.
This woman is wasting our time. She is disposed to prejudice.
Before God, Shardlake, have you denied the real presence?
I have not. And this woman is no witness at all. She is vexatious and vicious and, above all, a liar.
Satan's tongue!
Take her out of here.
Devil spawn! Crookback!
I was returned to the cell, but had not been there minutes when Sir Richard Rich appeared.
You survived, Shardlake, with my help.
Did you press for the matter to be brought before the council?
No.
Someone put her up to it?
It could have been anyone. Knives are sharpened every day.
Well, I am grateful you spoke up for me.
Don't thank me, Crookback. I would gladly see you burn and watch with pleasure. But remember that I helped you this day. You are free to go.
There was only one person who could have seen me burning books in my garden. My new steward these past few months, Martin Brockett.
You wanted to see me, sir?
I was questioned this morning at the Privy Council about my burning of books. It does not surprise you.
Sir,
You saw me. Who did you tell? Who did you betray me to? And why? I know it was you, and I want answers, Martin.
My son is in jail. I fear he might die for lack of food in that place if I did not send him money.
I pay you well.
One day outside here a man accosted me. A gentleman. He said he could help me if I reported your movements.
To spy on me?
Especially if you had contact with the Queen's household. Or any radical reformers. I'm sorry, Master.
Where did you meet him to report?
A house. Barely furnished. At Smithfield.
Exactly where?
In a lane off Griffin Street. There's a blue door and a Tudor rose above the porch.
This man, what's his name?
He said it was Crabtree.
Is he scarred about the face?
Yes, Master. His ear is cut.
His name is Stice. You meet him always at the house?
Yes. I'd leave a message at the tavern. I will leave your employment now, Master.
You won't be going anywhere. And if you attempt to go before I say, I will make sure you never work again.
I will come with you, sir.
Thanks, Jack. I'll get my steward to take a message to Stice once Lord Parr gives us a couple of men. It's our last hope of finding the Lamentation.
Whoever holds it is surely set to reveal it to the king.
And we must stop it.
If it's Rich and him playing a double game, it wouldn't surprise me.
Rich will do anything to anybody, and people like me and you are the pawns. Useful in the game, but dispensable.
And when it's over, we're abandoned. And they return to their vomit worse than ever they were.
It was a public holiday, and great crowds gathered on the Thames to watch the king welcome the French Admiral d'Annebaut. At Hampton Court, a grand welcoming party was held on the wide lawn for the French. Fine wine was served to invited guests in front of temporary banqueting houses skillfully painted to look like brickwork, with the flags of England and France flying from above.
Sergeant Shardlake.
My Lord Parr.
I was sorry to hear of your appearance before the Privy Council. Neither the Queen nor I knew that was to happen.
It is done, my lord. Did you receive my note about Stice?
I did.
We must act against him. If you could spare me a couple of men, I would be grateful.
Now, that is not possible. Things have changed, Master Shardlake. Charles Stice must be left alone.
But why?
This is confidential. I've only just had a direct approach from Sir Richard Rich. He's in bad odour at court for several reasons. His speaking up for you at the Privy Council did not help. But he has offered to help the Seymours and the Parrs against Bishop Gardiner. He has changed sides following the wind again.
The Queen will work with Rich now.
She will.
But she loathes him.
She will work with him for the sake of the Parr family and the cause of reform. Rich is on the Privy Council. He is important. The king respects his skills, if not the man. As do I.
But he may have information about the Lamentation.
I do not believe he ever had the book.
Since he is now your ally, have you asked him?
What?
Have you asked him about the Lamentation?
Our agreement, Shardlake, involves my drawing a veil over all Rich's activities this spring and summer.
But that is not right, my lord.
Do not presume to tell me what is right. Ever. God's death, man, these are the necessities of politics. Stay out. Now, good day to you.
My steward, Martin Brockett, had confessed to spying on me and delivering his reports to Stice in a house just off Griffin Street. Barrack and I walked there through the nighttime streets, stopping when we came in sight of the building. It had a blue door and a Tudor rose on the arch. Stice could be playing a double game, or his master, Sir Richard Rich, but something told me the stakes were bigger.
Are you all right, sir?
Yes, I'm ready. I don't know where this leads, but I think Rich has been outmanoeuvred. And Stice has a greater master.
One with power, who orders murder.
And has the Lamentation. Rush Stice as soon as he opens the door, right?
Right. You have your knife ready?
Yes. Let's go.
It's me, Martin Brockett.
He's coming.
Now!
Stice staggered back, hand reaching to the sword at his waist.
Got you!
Barrack had his blade pointed at Stice's body. But at the edge of my vision, I saw rapid movement. 2 more men, 2 more swords. I lunged forward with my knife, but one of them elbowed me in the face, and I fell back against the wall. I saw Barrack fend off a sword blow from the other man, and then it happened. With all his might, Stice slashed down into Barrack's sword arm, cutting into his wrist. Barrack's severed hand, still holding his sword, hit the ground. Barrack's legs gave way, and he crashed to the floor. He lay there, unmoving, blood pumping all ways. I rushed Stice, slashing at his face, but he fended me off and raised his sword to my throat, pinning me back against the wall. It was over.
Don't struggle, bend back or you'll die. Bind his hands. We'll take him to Whitehall.
Barrack, can you hear me? Barrack!
Let's go, Crookback.
Jack! Jack!
You! Make a tourniquet. Stop him.
But when I watched them dump Jack's body in an old rubbish heap, I prayed hopelessly that somehow he might live. We rode through the rain-drenched streets to Whitehall Palace, which was dark and deserted. Seeing Stice, the guards let us past. Stice led me through a series of dim corridors until we reached a long chamber. I was shoved inside. Stice left me, closing the door behind him.
Master Shardlake, what work you make for me.
There was a table. One man sat at it, a sconce of candles beside him. The King's Master Secretary, Sir William Paget.
And I have so much else to do.
It was you. Greening's murder, the theft of the manuscript.
Murder? Those men were heretics. They had easier deaths than they deserved. You mention a manuscript. The Lamentation of a Sinner by Her Majesty, the Queen Catherine. You look surprised. It was me who arranged for that book to be taken from that heretical printer.
To further your own ends?
Mind your word, Shardlake. Remember where you are, and who I am.
I know who you are. You are someone who cuts a swathe of murder through ordinary folk to serve your ambition.
My ambition, eh? Follow me.
We walked through a long gallery filled with beautiful scents. 2 guards stood by a large double door. They bowed and opened it. It was a wide chamber, beautifully furnished and brightly lit. Sitting in an enormous chair, staring at me with hard blue eyes, was the huge figure of the king.
Paget? Have you been punching the Crookback?
There was a fight, Your Majesty, before he was brought here.
Master Shardlake, is it not? It is so good of you to visit.
My life hung in the balance. I knew that.
I hear you have been spending time with my wife.
I also knew I had to protect the Queen.
Answer me.
I have merely been helping her to search for...
For what, Crookback? Lost your tongue as well as a straight back? Merely helping her search for what? For this jewel made of paper? The Lamentation of a Sinner. It has been in my possession for some time. When Secretary Paget here told me that an Anabaptist group had stolen a book written by the Queen, I ordered it brought to me and the sect destroyed. But now we will examine the matter closely, Crookback. You have displeased me before. I do not like my wife receiving visitors unsanctioned by me, so I arranged to have you watched. Not that I would suspect the Queen of dalliance with an ugly brokeback, but I watch all those who might take too great an interest in those I love.
Your Majesty, I hold the Queen in great esteem, but only as her employee, and as a subject admiring of her kindness, her learning.
Her religion?
It is not a matter Her Majesty and I have discussed at length.
Is that so? Well, the Queen should have told me this manuscript existed, and that it was stolen, and not set forth a search under the cover of lies about a missing jewel. What say you, lawyer? Speak, lawyer!
It was I who asked her to let me try and find the book secretly using the story of the stolen jewel. The Queen knew the book might be considered too radical after she wrote it. She did not deceive you, Your Majesty. She intended to destroy it, lest it anger you.
The Queen was afraid?
Yes, Your Majesty. When she discovered its disappearance, she was astonished, confused.
She would have been, after months of these people trying to turn me against her.
Your Majesty, perhaps not too much should be said in front of this man.
Quiet, Paget. Crookback? When the manuscript was brought to me, I feared what it might hold. But I have studied it. Nothing is said against the Mass. The book is not heretical. So it was you that inclined the Queen to keep the loss a secret?
Yes, Your Majesty.
And you who hunted for the Lamentation behind my back?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Men like you are the curse of this land, daring to say they answer only to themselves on religion, when their loyalties are to me. I am your king. Do not flinch. Don't you dare move unless I give you liberty to.
I am sorry, Your Majesty.
Secretary Paget, this man suborned the Queen to keep secrets from me. That is treason. I would be rid of him.
Your Majesty, a trial for treason before a jury would make the recent problems concerning the Queen public. We do not want that. Not at this time.
We could do him quietly to death.
We could, Your Majesty. In truth, I have no affection for this man, but I do not think that a wise move. The Powers in particular would be concerned if he disappeared.
Paget gives me straight advice, Crookback, although I may dislike to hear it. Will you live, or will you die? I fear he is right. It is known you have been working for the Queen, and your disappearance would make a stir. I will let you go, for policy reasons alone.
Your Majesty.
But hear me! You will never again come anywhere near the Queen, or any royal palace, or do anything that might bring you to my notice. If you do, your head will be severed from your bent body. Now get out of here!
Filled with dread, I hurried from the palace in the dark and the rain to try and find Barrack. His body was not in the lane. I hunted the streets around there and found him in the nearby St. Bartholomew's. A man on duty at the hospital had discovered him on his way into work. Barrack lay on his side, looking like death. He had a stab wound in his back, and the stump of his wrist was heavily bandaged. I summoned my friend, the apothecary, Dr. Guy Malton, to help. He cleaned Barrack's wounds and began the slow, gentle process of healing him. He said what had happened to Jack would have killed most men, but he was strong. Barrack's wife, Tamazin, wept when she saw him. She raged at me and said that if Jack lived, he would never work for me again. I left and walked home through the rain. Six months later, the king was dead. Thousands gathered, 6 deep, for the funeral procession. Within the reforming camp, the Seymours had won out over the Parrs. There was to be no regency for Catherine Parr, despite her hopes. She was now merely Queen Dowager, while the new king was Edward VI, a thin little boy.
I know what the search for the Lamentation cost you, Matthew.
I'd been summoned to Chelsea Palace on the riverbank. The Queen Dowager stood in front of a large bay window in her black mourning clothes.
I will be grateful to you unto death.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
It is because I owe you so much that I make you an offer of some employment, if you wish to take it. My circumstances are much changed now. I am a widow, free to remarry. In time, I may.
I see.
I'm going to tell you something confidential.
Forgive me, but I wish to know no more secrets.
It concerns Richard Rich. Baron Rich, as we must now call him. He shifted his allegiances just in time. The word is that he is to become Lord Chancellor.
It's what he has lusted after. As head of the legal professions, he will be able to destroy my career.
But not if you have a secure position with someone of high enough status.
Your Majesty.
I have been given the guardianship of the King's daughter, the Lady Elizabeth. She is but 13. I would like you to take on all the legal work connected with her properties, which must be conveyed into her name. A new start, Matthew. For us both. You will take the post?
I will.
She's at Richmond Palace. I would like you to collect your things and go there now. Take your oath to her. My barge will be waiting for you.
It had turned cold. I went home and packed my things. I was walking towards the river when suddenly Barrack was beside me.
Good morning, sir.
Jack! How are you?
I'm good, sir.
I have so wished for news. I am desperately sorry.
Bollocks.
Tamazin is right to think it was all my fault.
No, I decided to come with you. I decided to tell her lies about what I was doing, me, not you. I've had an offer of work. Interviewing witnesses for a group of solicitors.
You'll be good at that.
No swordplay required. And then making me some sort of attachment once this stump has healed.
How is the new baby? I hear you've had a daughter.
Aye. She's lusty. Matilda.
That's a good name, Jack. Congratulations.
I'll be all right, sir. Don't worry.
Come here. Thank you for everything. Go well, Jack.
You too, sir. I'll see you sometime.
Snow had begun to fall as I climbed into the barge waiting at the landing gate. 2 liveried oarsmen pulled us slowly out into the slate-grey Thames, and I was carried downriver towards Elizabeth.